Hello my dear students, how are you all? After long days, again we are here to discuss on a topic of civics. I hope that you all are fine and given your exam very nicely. So you know that in last few videos of my channel, we have already discussed about the different parts of growing up as boys and girls. Today we are here with another topic from this chapter only. So let us first observe what is the topic for today's discussion. So today we are going to discuss about women's work and equality. That means in the society, does women work get equal amount of respect like the men or not? So let's see. As we have seen, the low value attached to women's household and caregiving work is not an individual or family matter. So, to provide the less importance for women's work, it is not only restricted within our family, or we can say that this problem is within our society, especially within our country, where every area we can see that though a woman can be a very successful, getting highest amount of success in her life, then also she will not get that much of value in the society. It is part of a larger system of inequality, because this inequality disease is present still now within our society, where we make the discrimination between women as well and men. It therefore has to be dealt with through actions, not just at the level of individual or the family, but also by the government. So even in some area we can see that though government has tried hard to reduce the inequality, then also this kind of disease of inequality or gender inequality is still now present in our society. So equality is an important principle of our constitution. I hope that you know that what do our constitution say? Our constitution is saying that everyone, irrespective of their caste, gender, religion, place of birth, are equal before law. But is it true? What do you think, students? The Constitution says that being male or female should not become a reason for discrimination. This is said by our Constitution, that means our law. But in reality, what we can see? In reality, we can see that inequality between the gender still exists. So though our constitution is against the inequality, but our society is still suffering with the inequality, especially the gender inequality. Next is double burden. What do you mean by double burden? Double burden means the double load. Okay. So most of the time we can observe that though a woman is working in office or any other area, after returning home, she has to complete all the household work. So she is doing household work as well as the outside work. That is, we call double burden. Here, if you observe the image, you can see that the woman is taking care of the child, doing the household work this side, doing the shopping, reading book, cooking, and also doing the office work. So all kind of works are done by the woman, especially inside home as well as the outside the work. How many times, students, you have observed that a male, he is doing the household work and the outside work? Very rarely we can observe this situation. Though we think that it is naturally that the woman has to do the household work. We think it is very much natural. They have to do this work. But we never think that a male or our father or any other male person of our family should also need to do this kind of work. One day our father or any male member also can tell to our mother or any woman of our family that let's do the cooking together today. Let's have fun. No, we very rarely can see that. Even in the weekend also, we can observe that the students, their father, they're all doing the relaxation. But the mother, they're still working whole day long. So in this sector, students, this chapter is very much vital for you. Don't gather only the theoretical knowledge from this chapter. Also, you try to apply this knowledge in your real life, where you can also ask to your mother that how can you help her. Maybe your help will be little bit, but that can give a huge happiness to your mother. Just you apply once, I think that you will get that much of happiness also. So double burden literally means having a double load. It is commonly used to describe the situation of women's work. It has derived from a recognition that women typically work both inside as well as the outside. Several women today work both inside and outside the home. This is often referred to as the double burden. Okay, this portion you learn the question also. What is double burden and what's your opinion to reduce the double burden? And I hope you will apply this knowledge in your real life situation. Acha. Next, taking into this consideration, that means this double burden over the woman, our government is taking some positive steps to remedy the situation. That means to give some relaxation, to reduce the double burden or overload towards the women group. The government has taken some positive steps. So let us understand what are these steps. At first, the government has set up Anganwadis or child care centers in several villages in the country. Now, what is the work of these Anganwadis? Anganwadis, especially we can observe this in the village area, where you know that the women have to do the work in the field whole day long, and after that they need to take care of the children, they need to take care of the household works, everything. So to reduce this burden, especially in the village area over the women, the government has opened Anganwadis. These are like the child care center or a small schools where the children can be kept, because there few women are present who will take care of these children and also can give them some primary knowledge. So in this child care center or Anganwadi center, the children not only will get the care from another woman, but also they can get primary education. This is called Anganwadis. The next one is the government has passed laws that make it mandatory for organization that have more than 30 women employees to provide crèche facilities. Next, what is crèche facilities? Crèche facilities are also a center, or we can say that one room where working women can leave their children for their working time period. Especially in the working sector or any job sector, if there is presence of more than 30 women, that sector have to make one crèche facilities where these working women, especially who are having very little babies, how they will leave their babies in the home if there is no one? So these women can leave their children inside their office one room, that is called crèche, And in the crèche, some other women are there who will take care of the children, who will give them the food time to time, and as well as the working mother, she can also visit sometime to the room to take care of the children, isn't it? And also can play with the children if they are having any break time or if they are having some off time. So during that time they can also visit to that room, because the room is just inside their office or working place. So anytime they can visit over the area. This is called crèche facilities. In the picture you can see that few small children are staying in the crèche, and some lady attendants are there who are taking care of them, and time to time their mother also can visit to take care or look after the children. Okay, the next point is promotion of girls' education. This is also very much important, especially for the village women and also the small girls. Most of the time we can see in our society, the girls are not getting that much of opportunity to get the education. If a person is not educated, then the person will not be able to protest against any wrong thing. They will all the time tolerate all the torture. That's why the woman or the girl within our society need to be educated or need to be empowered, because when they will get the proper education or proper chances to do any kind of work, then they will also be able to protest against any wrong thing against them. That's why the women education is very much important. And without women education or girls education within a country cannot be developed. Because the women population is also part of our society. So if we divide one huge population from the education, that means we are pushing our country to the underdeveloped zone. The more we will make them educated, the women, the girls, the country will rise to the development zone. That's why this kind of work is also very much important. I hope you understand. So here are some questions for you. The work that women do is less valued than that of men. Are you agree? Provide reasons. What do you mean by double burden? Inequality between the gender exists. Why? Still now, why the gender inequality is present? What is the role of the government towards gender inequality? How can you work for gender inequality in your locality? So these questions you need to solve and provide me the answers. Next, students, I want to show you some picture of gender equality. Up to this we have discussed inequality. So how can we build equality? Because previously only I have said to you that don't take this chapter only theoretical manner. You also try to apply this knowledge in your present day, in your real life, so that the chapter reading will be successful. How can we make the gender equality? See, in this image we are observing that a woman is taking care of the child, household work as well as office. So if the father also take care of the same thing, if both of them work together, so that the work burden will be reduced. And as well as you can see here in the image, this total image, that how the children, mother, father, all are doing all kind of work in the family. They are dividing the work, distributing the work, sharing their work, which will make the proper gender equality. Clear? I hope that you will take this manner seriously and will apply this thing in your real life also. So, thank you students. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.